X was with it, Ja was with it.
Jay wasn't with it.
I tried 2 times to make that album happen. X was with it, Ja was with it.
Why do you think Jay didn't want to be?
This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think Jay wanted to get in that room with X and Ja. It was not.
One more than the other, or
Listen, no,
both?
No, both. Jay is a very smart person. He's gonna do an album with R. Kelly. R. Kelly worships Jay-Z. Worships him.
And Kanye West.
Kanye West worships Jay-Z.
And Jay Electronica.
They all worshipped him. X and Ja don't worship Jay-Z. You're my man, but when that beat comes on, you're not above me getting at you. And that's what I do not feel Jay wanted to deal with. He didn't want to deal with... You know, I'm saying they would come at each other subliminally. So it wasn't a direct hit where they're gonna say your name and things, but they coming at you. So do I want to make a whole album with these coming at me? And if I'm Jay-Z, there's a slight chance that, what is it gonna say, I'm not the nicest?
That's
Right.
That's
It's not worth it.
Where's my win?
Right.
The only thing I'm seeing with this is a potential loss. But now people are saying, these is better than you.
Cat Williams recently sent shockwaves across the internet after revealing some disturbing claims about how Beyoncé allegedly helped Jay-Z cover up the situation surrounding DMX's downfall. According to Cat, X never bowed down to Jay for favors, and because of that, Jay blackballed him. Unlike other rappers he could easily control. Cat insists he personally witnessed what went on and even connected with DMX since he faced similar struggles himself. Like X, Cat says he was also punished and blackballed for speaking out against what he calls a twisted industry system. DMX's career began spiraling right after Jay-Z joined Def Jam, and Irv Gotti, Jay's former close friend, claimed that was no coincidence. He alleged that Jay deliberately sabotaged DMX's career until it collapsed, leaving X no choice but to lean on substances to cope. What makes this even more tragic is that before fame, Jay-Z and DMX were actually friends. But once Jay became president of Def Jam, envy and power moves turned their relationship into a nightmare. At that time, DMX was dominating the charts with 5 consecutive #1 albums on the Billboard 200, holding the industry in the palm of his hand, until everything shifted the moment Jay-Z took control.
Everybody knows you've had battles with throughout the years.
Yeah.
So at the time, they were saying that, you was on. That's why they didn't want to invest in you.
Right. They already invested. What you mean they didn't want to invest? They already invested. Like I said, the album was recorded, shot the video. You mean everything? That was just some bullshit. You know what that was.
Do you ever feel
Let's
like
get rid of the competition?
Do you ever feel like people at the label didn't do enough for you when they could tell that you really needed help, or do you think that you were too far gone?
No, I was never too far gone. I mean, it just all I needed was just do me like you do everybody else. You don't sit there and speculate about this and think about this and assume this. Just do me like you do everybody else, and it's gonna be all right, man. You know what I mean? But that never happened.
So I think with DMX too, you never. Def Jam, I feel, never put a lot into DMX. It was always the groundwork with DMX.
DMX blasted Jay once more during a radio broadcast, claiming that he had abused his power at Def Jam to ruin his career.
What happened was, I had the crazy track record at Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album.
Jay-Z
Somebody
became
else takes
president.
over. Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, inmates is running the building like, yo, you good. Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Let's go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good.
Do you remember when Jay-Z's own former best friend, Irv Gotti, exposed him? Back then, Jay, Ja Rule, and DMX were working on a joint album. But according to Irv, Jay's jealousy got the best of him. He claims Jay-Z sabotaged the project simply because DMX outshined him on every single track, and Jay couldn't handle being overshadowed.
I was like, we gotta sign DMX, and they laughed at me. I remember when I left the office, Tina Davis said, she knew what I wanted to sign DMX. She said, DMX don't sell, your ass is fired. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX. Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? And I'd be like, he's nice just like you. I said, if you look in the hood, there's less of like you and more like him. Yeah, but he don't want to live that. He's depressing, Gotti. And I said, I don't give a. So Jay used to watched me grind with X, and he was off with the hitman. And then something strange happened when I made Get At Me.
Jay's cold and unwelcoming attitude set the stage for the tension between him and DMX. Rumors suggest that the two still collaborated behind the scenes right up until X's passing. Even though they only recorded a handful of tracks after their initial run, the tone of their rocky relationship was already locked in. Irv Gotti also confirmed that DMX, Jay, and Ja Rule actually did create a full album together, but it was shelved, all because Jay wasn't willing to accept DMX's rising dominance.
X was with it, Ja was with it.
Jay wasn't with it.
I tried 2 times to make that album happen. X was with it, Ja was with it.
Why you think Jay didn't want to be?
This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think Jay wanted to get in that room with X and Ja. It was not.
One more than the other, or
Listen, no,
both?
No, both. Jay is a very smart person. He's gonna do an album with R. Kelly. R. Kelly worships Jay-Z. Worships him.
And Kanye West.
Kanye West worships Jay-Z.
And Jay Electronica.
They all worshipped him. X and Ja don't worship Jay-Z. You're my man, but when that beat comes on, you're not above me getting at you. And that's what I do not feel Jay wanted to deal with. He didn't want to deal with. You know, I'm saying they would come at each other subliminally. So it wasn't a direct hit where they're gonna say your name and thing, but they coming at you. So do I want to make a whole album with these coming at me? And if I'm Jay-Z, there's a slight chance that, what is it gonna say, I'm not the nicest?
That's what
Right.
That's what
It's not worth it.
Where's my win?
Right.
The only thing I'm seeing with this is potential loss. With now people are saying, these is better than you.
Some even go as far as to claim that Beyoncé knows exactly what Jay did to DMX, but has chosen to stay silent in order to protect him, allegedly because Jay's actions were fueled by envy. And while it's easy to question her silence, many argue it's hard to blame her when the accusations involve her own husband. On top of that, other rumors suggest Jay actually helped Beyoncé cover up certain bodies tied to her name. If you recall, Jaguar once accused both Jay-Z and Beyoncé of exploiting her and even keeping her captive in their home. She also went further, alleging they played a role in the death of Jay's pregnant mistress, Kathy White, who also happened to be Alia's partner.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop. Stop.
Digging deeper, some now speculate that Beyoncé may have indirectly confessed to Kathy's death in her song Daughter. The lyrics describe, in unsettling detail, how Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and even a restroom attendant allegedly cleaned up a murder scene. Lines from the track paint a chilling picture, your body laid out on these filthy floorboards.
Your blood has smeared my custom gowns.
The restroom attendant admitted me right away. She adored it. I tried to keep my cool, but your arrogance broke the silence.
I tore your dress and now you're black and blue.
See what I accomplished because of you. While official reports state that Kathy White died from a brain aneurysm, Jaguar insists Beyoncé and Jay were responsible. According to her, Beyoncé discovered the affair between Jay and Kathy and demanded action, leaving Jay with no choice but to silence Kathy before Beyoncé handled it herself.
Taking her fairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand's sake. I mean, I'm just
When Jay circled back to DMX, the pressure on him became so intense that he had no choice but to finally face the situation head-on. He even admitted that, despite their clashes, there was still a sense of respect and connection between him and X, and at times, they even joked about it.
But not everyone saw it that way.
Cat Williams revealed that he strongly opposed the idea of making light of the situation. He told Ice Cube and the filmmakers outright that he refused to take part because it simply wasn't funny. According to Cat, they dismissed his concerns and painted him as being too difficult. Still, he knew he was taking a huge risk, especially since this was his very first movie role.
For the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Takes any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. People want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency.
The industry machine eventually turned on both Cat Williams and DMX, once it became clear they wouldn't play along with its agenda. Cat, fortunately, survived to share his side of the story, but DMX wasn't as lucky. That's why Cat has openly called out Beyoncé accusing her of keeping the truth about XS death hidden. In his view, DMX's story will never truly be uncovered unless she speaks up. As expected, the claims have sparked a flood of reactions. Some argue, let's be clear, DMX was never afraid of Diddy or Jay-Z. He made that known, especially in interviews where he spoke about the industry. Others remember him as more than just a rapper. DMX was a poet. One of the realest voices you could ever hear. And that voice, nobody could match it. But now the question falls to you, what do you think? Do you believe Beyoncé has been keeping secrets about DMX's death? And was Jay-Z truly responsible for the tragic downfall of one of hip-hop's most powerful legends?